Welcome to the Ogden City Council's quick meeting recap of the work session, City Council, Special RDA, and Special MBA meetings that took place on Tuesday, November 7th, 2023. In the work session, the Council reviewed and discussed a proposed fiscal year 2024 budget amendment regarding various CIPs, EV charging stations, vehicle purchases, etc. The proposed total for the budget amendment is $3,598,350. The proposal allocates funds for council salary adjustments, sister city program funding, police and fire equipment, park property purchases, school sidewalk, EV charging stations, compensation study costs, vehicle purchases, police wellness program, and operational supplies. The proposed amendment also includes a salary schedule adjustment to raise the council vice chair's pay. This will be considered in the meeting on November 14th, 2023. The council then reviewed and discussed proposed amendments to floodplain overlay zones. The proposed amendments encompass minor wording and grammatical corrections, adoption of a new flood insurance rate maps and flood boundary floodway maps by reference, new and updated definitions, designation of the city engineer as the floodplain administrator, and revised procedures for flood insurance rate map amendments. This ensures Ogden City's compliance with the National Flood Insurance Program requirements administered by the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The proposed amendments will be considered on November 14th, 2023. The council then reviewed and discussed proposed amendments to snow removal parking requirements. The proposed Ogden Municipal Code amendments clarify snow-related parking limitations, specifying dates November 1st to March 15th, prohibit street parking from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. during snow or within 24 hours after, removes the obstructing snow removal impoundment section, and allows the mayor to exempt streets lacking off-street parking. Some council members expressed concerns with the proposal. The proposed ordinance will be considered in the meeting on November 14th, 2023. The council, also acting as the RDA, reviewed and discussed a proposed extension of the Continental Community Reinvestment Area. The Continental CRA plan and budget were originally approved in January of 2019 for 22 years, expiring 2041, and received a 2-year extension in December of 2021. The administration is proposing approval of a first amendment to the interlocal agreements between the RDA and Ogden City, Ogden School District, and Weber County to extend the Continental CRA collection period. The extension for the school district and the county would be 6 years, while the city's extension would be 15 years. The proposed extension would support the bonds for the upcoming Wonder Block project. Resolutions regarding the extension of the Continental CRA were adopted in both the City Council and Special RDA meetings. The Council, also acting as the RDA, reviewed and discussed a proposed ground lease agreement between the RDA and MBA. The administration is proposing that the MBA approve a ground lease agreement with the RDA, replacing the previous agreement with the city. The Building Authority is progressing with the issuance of lease revenue bonds approved in January of 2023 for parking structures associated with the Wonder Block project. A master lease agreement with the city has been established for these structures, but a ground lease agreement between the MBA and the RDA is required due to land ownership differences. Ordinances regarding the proposed agreements were adopted in both the Special RDA and Special MBA meetings. In the council meeting, the council recognized the Ogden Raptors for winning the 2023 Pioneer League Baseball Championship. The 2023 Raptors finished with an overall regular season record of 50-46, winning the first half championship and secured the team's playoff spot with an impressive 31-17 record. The season marked the 30th anniversary of Raptors professional baseball in Ogden City. The council held a public hearing regarding the sale of properties at approximately 1810 Washington Boulevard. The administration is selling the city-owned parcel at 1810 Washington Boulevard to the Parkway Group LLC for $250,000. The property sale will enable a mixed-use development at 18th Street and Washington Boulevard, featuring 2 5-story residential buildings with 115 units and a commercial building replacing the Pioneer Heritage Building. Since the property is deemed a significant parcel as being sold at its appraised value, no further action by the council is necessary beyond the public hearing. After a public hearing, the council amended the fiscal year 2024 Ogden City budget to reflect the changes approved with the Annual Action Plan Amendment Number 1. The amendments approved with the Annual Action Plan include adopting the 2023 HUD home ownership value limits from $380,000 to $428,000, increasing the Own in Ogden home budget by $250,000, adding $100,000 to home match funds towards a goal of 50 down payments per year, and implementing a 1-year CDBG low and moderate income benefit certification period. The total budgetary change is an overall decrease of $34,450, which corrects a difference between the estimated and final budget numbers. The council amended the Ogden Municipal Code regarding changes to high-impact uses in the C2 and CP2 zones. The approved amendments are high-impact uses in C2 and CP2 zones related to noise, traffic, lighting, and vibrations. High-impact uses would need additional mitigation measures, including site access, noise studies, noise dampening, limited hours of operation, loading and unloading docks, and outdoor lighting. This also includes enhanced requirements for laundry style, automated drive-through, and manual car washes specific to the C2 and CP2 zones. The council then approved a first amendment to an interlocal agreement between Ogden City and the Ogden City RDA that was discussed in the work session. In the RDA meeting, the board adopted adopted a resolution approving a real estate purchase contract for property located at 1781 Gibson Avenue. The adopted real estate purchase contract is between the RDA and Nathaniel Jones for the purchase of 0.43 acres of real estate property located at 1781 Gibson Avenue for $725,000. The administration's conceptual plan for the project area envisions approximately 200 housing units, including single-family homes, townhouses, and multifamily units. The proposed funding source for the property acquisition is the Quality Neighborhood Funds. The RDA board then adopted a resolution approving a First Amendment to the interlocal agreement between the RDA and the Ogden School District, Weber County, and Ogden City that was discussed in the work session. The RDA board then approved a ground lease agreement with the MBA that was also discussed in the work session. In the MBA meeting, the board approved a ground lease agreement with the RDA that was also discussed in the work session. The entire recording from the meetings of November 7th can be accessed on the Ogden City Council's Facebook page and podcast with timestamps to skip to specific agenda items. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to the council office at 801-629-8153 or send an email to citycouncil@ogdencity.com.